over with head coach Chris Armas. We'll start off with the general thoughts and open up to questions. Chris?
Yeah, look, our fans came out in a big way again, but the building was full. I give a lot of credit to all the folks at our organization that work hard in selling those tickets, but for our fans that came out. The only regret there is that we didn't deliver the points for them, but what I would say is that I walked around the whole stadium. You know, the gratitude that they have for seeing the team that fights, that goes after it. We went toe to toe again with a really good team. So, and they're proud of that, and so am I. So, you know, to our fans, you know, a big thank you. I asked them to come out and earlier in the week, and it was electric for me. That the building had a lot of energy. Just we fell short of it, but we'll be back in the playoffs and get them back out here. So we're looking forward to that. And what I would say is that these games, especially these last two, are good prep for the playoffs. What those games are like: good teams, experienced players, margins are thin, and I thought we were right there with a good team. So we'll learn from it once again, and that's that.
Great news for Denver Post. Obviously, like you said, not the result you would have wanted in this kind of game, but what positives can you take away with the way you were able to build attacks, and what needs to be better in kind of those finishing moments?
Yeah, look, you know, it's we progressed the ball. We got into the final third. Seattle's good at box defending structurally. They drop wingers into that back line. They clog up spaces. They've had a lot of reps at that. You can see that, and then they can hit you on the counter. But what I liked is, that we got into certain areas and we were in and around it, you know, and the goal. But of course, we talk a lot about shot distance, being disciplined to attack certain spaces, extra pass, upgrade the shot. This is what how to crack the code of a low block, and we'll need to be sharper in the playoffs and the decisive games. So yeah, we can take something there. We say we'd like to do better. I also like that our team in 90 minutes, I think it was 2 shots on goal we conceded, so we also weren't easy to play against. So there's, I think, a lot of positives there we can take, but as always, win, lose, and draw, we'll look to take some learning moments from it.
Father Burgundy Wave, Chris, how do you help? What are you doing, or what does maybe the players need to do to kind of compartmentalize and focus? Because now it's decision day and then playoffs as well, and everything that's happened in the recent weeks, to just focus on what's ahead of them.
Well, look, I think that's falls on us, the staff, to really. It's what I brought up in the huddle, and we talked a bit about, like, almost one message. Let's keep doing the right things for the right reasons. Let's keep doing the right things that got us here. Let's stick to who we are. On the night, guys, we did it in many ways. But that's going to be the message, Matt, to stick to it. This time of year, again, there's a handful of teams, some really good teams, not in the playoffs. There's some that are scrambling, and they have big questions to ask. You know, we're in the playoffs. And yeah, the message will be very, very consistent and clear. So the mood with the guys was actually pretty good. You know, they emptied the tanks tonight, and that's, for me, a thing of beauty when I can look at their faces knowing that they did that. And but Matt, will have to be back to the basics, what got us here, to be honest with you. And with a relatively young team, it'll be up to me and the staff, just to guide the guys, keep the mood right. Simple enough game plans that work, complex enough that work for sure, and simple enough that they can follow. So that's it. We're in the playoffs. Where you fall at this, we can't control certain things. Where you fall will be where we fall, and we're gonna go after it for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
What did you think of Ali tonight? Obviously, he had the mistake that led to the goal, but other than that, the first half especially, one of his better defensive performances of the year.
Yeah, I didn't see the goal back. You know, there's always a few things that could contribute to the goal. I'm not sure. Was it a square pass? Was it? I'm not so sure. But I thought Oliver was strong on the night. You know, he did a lot of good things. He, in possession, was advancing the ball, breaking lines, against the ball, breaking up plays, second balls. I thought he was really, really engaged on the night. So I think he continues a strong season for himself. And when we say young team, he's one of the young guys, not just, you know, in age in some ways, but with the professional game. So imagine what these last few games can do for a young player and help you grow. Only games like that, only the demands of that can help you. And I thought he was strong on the night.
Ian McClintock with the Sports Forum. Coach, over the entire season now, just looking back at it all, you had 13 victories here on your home pitch. What does it mean to be able to play consistently in front of a fan base that's absolutely rabid when the times are high, and even when maybe things aren't going so well like they are right now, but still heading in towards the playoffs?
They are the difference. Tonight, I mean, we got to do more. But the way they get behind the team, the energy in the building, the feeling that something special is going on. This, for a player, this is what we live for, players and coaches. We talked before the game. I reminded the guys, you know, a fan appreciation night, but in a short, let's call it 9 months, I'm not so sure they've delivered in terms of inspiring a football community. They're coming to watch the boys. They're spending the dollars to come watch these guys, and I think we've earned that by delivering for them. And the 10 regular season or 13 wins at home, they give us a big home field advantage. For me, it's I hated playing here when I was a player, and I love coaching here with them behind us. And then getting to meet a lot of them. I've met them outside of here in different appearances, and they're amazing, honestly. They're so grateful, and we just exchange the gratitude. Amazing.
Maybe aside from the obvious answer of the Rocky Mountain Cup, what's been your favorite moment of the season here at DSU?
My favorite moment was the Rocky Mountain. I mean, aside from that, that's what it was. You know, just delivering to so many of the fans that they said that would make their season. I would say the Rocky Mountain Cup. I might have broke the Rocky Mountain Cup. I don't know if they knew. I may have been clinching the playoffs against Toronto in front of our fans in our building, coming off a tough defeat on the road. We come home, and the boys rebounded. I think it showed character. It showed who we were pretty decisively. We beat Toronto, but in that moment, knowing we crossed the line was a special moment for me, representing the club.
Chris, Kamani comes in for Calvin in the 78th minute. Walk me through that decision. You know, I know Kamani's had some injuries. He's coming back. He's been on the bench as well. You know, what were you looking to change there? What was the message to Kamani coming out of the field?
Yeah, look, we're a little light in the winger position at the moment, and we know that the demand for our wingers to run behind, pressing moments, sprint distance, high intensity running, that those guys typically get tired. We thought on the night that Omir would come in. I thought he did a good job, and then Kamani, Calvin, I thought was dangerous on the night in moments, running behind and doing what he could do, and then you say as a coach to try to spark it, to try to make a change and give Kamani those minutes. So in fact, he got a really big chance, maybe our biggest of the game. I'm not sure if something got deflected, but he swung in the bottom. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's a fast player. Helped us get a goal against LAFC here in this building at the end to win that game. And as a coach, again, you're trying to spark the offense a little bit. So that was the idea behind that. And again, he's a young player getting that experience, and they could pay dividends in the future.
Knowing that Austin's now a week away and still having a couple of different playoff spots being available for grabs, what do you tell your players, especially going up against an Austin team led by O'Brien and Jussie, who are both able to score pretty much at will here in these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, look, we play in 2 weeks, right? I mean, we have some time to recover, even emotionally, guys, we came out of the Leagues Cup run, and it's sometimes you're riding this emotional high, and I know that we were on the road a bit. We had to win on the road. There's penalties. It's a stressful for maybe any team, but for our young team, what an experience. But we came out of that and then right back into MLS play. Got some wins. Now we've taken a few hits against good teams. Now we need to take a step back. There's some things to work on. There's some lots of little things we got to sharpen up for what's ahead. We got to get the guys back on the pitch. Cole Bassett, Yappy, get some sore knees. You know, he wasn't available tonight. Obviously, Sam Vine's fitness is going to get going. There's one more injury. Which do we have? Kev, who's not injured anymore, but he's training. So get those guys going, reboot, give the guys a few days off, and then we can talk about Austin. Listen, they got good energy in that building. They're going to want to finish their year off with a victory. Yeah, Jerussi, Giassi, they got some dangerous attackers. We played against them once. We'll take from that a little bit, see what some of their last few games look like, and as always, go on the road and throw everything at Austin. We talk about not playing differently on the road and at home, but we want to look at a few things because some of the road games hasn't been what we wanted, right? Recently, especially. So we'll take a close look. Let's all regroup and ramp it up for Austin. We'll be ready for them.
We'll pause there with defender Keegan Roseberry.
Thanks, Chris.
So thanks, guys, for everything. It's